Hello, and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. It's season 2, motherfuckers!
Woo.
I'm Blue, and I'm going to be your host, along with my two co-hosts here.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jay.
Yeah, we did it. We got a
We're
season
all
2.
dying, man.
As the best way we figured to open up season 2, not only are we going to talk about a topic that is probably one of my least watched episodes from season 1, we're also all half asleep.
That'll make it better.
I could have done something that I thought you guys would all be interesting, but fuck you.
Let's do that next week.
Actually, what we were just talking about off air, I'm thinking we should talk about that character next week.
I'm in.
Cool.
Yeah, my availability is gonna switch weeks. So next week next week being a me week would be great.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun because if you release our little discussion as a bonus episode, then people will know what next week's episode is.
Yeah.
That's nice. They gotta go watch the bonus episode to know what's next week.
We're doing Kingdom Hearts. Today I should be able to wrap up Birth by Sleep and get us into talking about Kingdom Hearts 1 and probably no further than that. So, okay. Did you guys listen to last time's episode about Kingdom Hearts? Did you refresh yourself on what I told you? Anything?
I planned on it, but I didn't wake up until very shortly after you texted.
Yeah, no refreshers, but I'll be fine. Throw me in, coach.
I'm gonna give you a quick old little summary. First, I told you about Kingdom Hearts Key, where in the Age of Fairy Tales, I told you about the Master of Masters. I told you about his Keyblade No Name with the gazing eye, and his ability to see the future. I told you about Lushu and the Foretellers. I told you about the Books of Prophecy and the Keyblade War and the appearance and destruction of the X-Blade and Kingdom Hearts disappearing and all of the worlds splintering and the Foretellers and everybody just vanishing. And then I started telling you about Birth by Sleep. I told you about how Master Xehanort wanted to control Kingdom Hearts, so he made 3.5 to 4 plans, and the first plan he put in motion was training a young boy named Ventus, who is a Highlander because he was also alive in the Age of Fairy Tales. Still don't know what the deal is with that. And split his heart in half, and a light half and a dark half are meant to clash. The dark half being Vanitas, who makes enemies called the Unversed, and they're meant to clash. And Ventus was then sent to live with and befriend Terra and Aqua under, who is a sibling student of Master Xehanort, and he's super light to Xehanort's super dark. All right. Sound familiar?
Mostly.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we're all caught up. So I told you last time that every one of the trio has at this point wound up visiting the Destiny Islands at some point. Well, first, Aqua at Radiant Garden met Kairi and accidentally bequeathed her, as well as placed a protective charm on her that would warp her away to some other, very light heart to protect her if she was ever in danger again. And then at Destiny Islands, Terra met a young boy named Riku, thought he was really cool and really strong and really smart for his age, and so he bequeathed him, so that one day Riku will get a Keyblade of his own. And Ventus has actually already forged a connection with Sora, because after his heart got split in half, Sora's heart lent him some energy to heal himself. Aqua meets them. Aqua notices Riku has been bequeathed, and she feels like Sora reminds her of Ventus. And noticing that Sora was not bequeathed, okay, no, Aqua doesn't bother bequeathing Sora because she figures that friendships only need one Keyblade, and it encourages too much competition when they got more in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's feeling a lot of stress with Terra right now. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of shit going on, and she wouldn't wish that on this younger generation. So when Ventus is on Destiny Islands, he gets confronted once again by Vanitas. And also Aqua encourages Sora and Riku to both grow up to be strong. Because she's perfect and I love her. So Ventus is confronted again by Vanitas, who's giving him some more cryptic hints. He calls him brother, and he mentions that they're destined to clash to form the X-Blade. Again, keep in mind, they say Keyblade. So he's like, we're going to form the Keyblade. And if it were me in that situation, I would just slowly look down at the blade I'm holding in my hand and just be like, I already did. Have to be like, no, not that one, the other one. Be like, fucking what other one? Yours? It's like, no, not mine. The don't worry about it. And he just fucking disappeared. Anyway, okay, so at this point, Master Xehanort contacts Terra, calls him back into the Keyblade graveyard where they have their little meetups, and tells him that Ericus is going to kill Ventus. And he has to hurry. He doesn't tell him why. He doesn't tell him any of the situation. At this point, Ven returns to the land of departure, and he tells Ericus about Vanitas and about his hint about the X-Blade. So Ericus realizes what Xehanort's plan is. A little while ago, Xehanort actually popped up in the land of departure and attacked Ericus and basically revealed, like, I'm fucking evil and I'm going to take over the world. Bye! So now he realizes that if Xehanort has Vanitas and Ventus fight and he gets the X-Blade, that he'll get control of Kingdom Hearts. So he tries to kill Ventus to stop the X-Blade from being forged. And just then Terra arrives to see that Master Xehanort was telling the truth. Ericus, that big old meanie, is trying to kill my little bestie Ven. So he rescues Ven and he throws him into the lanes between so that he goes to a different world to protect him. And he decides to fight Ericus. And he's like, Ericus is a master. He's so much stronger than me. So I got to use the darkness. I got to use all the darkness I can muster to fight him on even terms. Not knowing that Ericus is already injured because he was just fighting Master Xehanort a while ago. And because of that, he winds up accidentally delivering a fatal blow. And Ericus starts to fall and is dying. And Terra freaks out now and is upset because he never meant to kill him. And Ericus apologizes for being too harsh. And he begs Terra to stop Master Xehanort before he fades away in Terra's arms, like Yoda dying. Which, by the way, I guess I should mention, Ericus is voiced by Mark Hamill.
Really?
Yeah. And would you like to know who voices Master Xehanort originally?
Who?
Frank Oz.
Leonard Nimoy.
Oh,
shit.
Cool.
So we've got Spock and Luke Skywalker voicing these two.
That's awesome.
However, fucking Master Xehanort wound up having 3 different voices because Leonard Nimoy died before they could make Kingdom Hearts 3. So he has a different voice in Kingdom Hearts 3, which is Rutger Howard. Is that his name? The dude from Blade Runner?
I think so. Sounds right.
And then he fucking died after recording for Kingdom Hearts 3. So then for like the final mix adjacent thing, the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, they got fucking Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown, to voice him. And I was just like, he better not fucking die after this.
Oh man. Oh.
But he's okay so far, so hopefully we broke that cycle. But anyway, all right, so after Ericus dies, oh, and by the way, the Master Defender, which is Ericus's Keyblade, it lands on the ground and it's still there. Xehanort pops up and basically goes, "Ha, fuck you, Terra, you big idiot. I was the bad guy all along." And he just fucking devastates the land of departure, just wrecking a whole bunch of shit with like a massive storm of darkness, and basically tells Terra, boy, I bet you're really upset that I fucking conned you into killing Ericus, huh? Meet me in the Keyblade graveyard, you pussy. And then fucking leaves. So at this point, we have arrived at the moment that everybody in the Kingdom Hearts fandom waited for years. You see, Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best Kingdom Hearts game, and it's the one that most people who love Kingdom Hearts are like aware of. And if you manage to fulfill enough conditions with like side activities in the game when you beat it, you got a secret ending. And in that secret ending, we saw an insane cinematic with 3 armored like knights, they look like, with capes, and they have their own new keyblades that we've never seen before, and they're standing in a field with like thousands of keyblades stabbed in the ground, and they fight some creepy old man with some weird masked boy, and it was some of the most insane battling that we'd ever seen, and it was so fucking cool. So when we started playing Birth by Sleep, it actually, like, the opening cinematic shows the armored figures from that ending, and we realized that these 3 are those armored figures the first time Terra puts on the armor. And so the entire game has been like, how do we get there? How do we get to that insane battle that we've been waiting for since 2006? I believe this game came out in like 2008, by the way. Or maybe it was 2009. Anyway, so the entire Wayfinder trio arrives in the Keyblade graveyard. They all reaffirm what happened. Terra admits that he killed Ericus, but he was manipulated into doing so, and he tells Aqua that he doesn't want to rely on the power of darkness because it clearly used him. Aqua chooses to put her faith in her friend, that he truly does feel remorse for what happened. Ventus shows up, admits that he's supposed to fight Vanitas to form the X-Blade. And of course, Aqua and Terra are like mom and dad figure. Like, they're like, don't worry about it, Ven, we'll keep you safe. And like, Aqua puts her hand on Ventus's cheek, and he just like dead-eye, like grabs her hand, pulls it away, and he's like, I'm asking you as a friend, if it comes to it, just put an end to me. And it's some of the most upsetting shit, because now's where I tell you the real secret about Kingdom Hearts. It's a story about the loss of innocence and dealing with childhood trauma.
Oof.
Oh boy.
It's a massive mental health allegory, the entire thing. It's also a very gay allegory. Like, I've been watching like a streamer play through Kingdom Hearts for her first time, and she got to Dream Drop Distance, which is perhaps the most gay game in the entire series. And she just went, God, Kingdom Hearts is so gay and I love it. And I had to like pause, and I was like, she is currently battling a rainbow colored Pegasus unicorn using a rainbow colored stick on top of clouds with a massive rainbow in the sky as her pastel colored clown spirit, which is the same colors as the pansexual flag, help her fight while one boy is literally inside another boy's dreams.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
the
on the nose.
gayest thing I've ever heard.
It's incredibly gay. And you know what? I ship Sora with the girl character Kairi, but that game made it really hard not to ship him with the boy character Riku. Okay. So they're in the Keyblade graveyard. Xehanort walks up. Vanitas sort of slides out from behind him in a really creepy visual. And he starts being like, the Keyblade War was some crazy shit, and today we're going to reenact it. And the three of them don their armor, and they move to attack. And fucking Xehanort, either like through telekinesis or through like making a tornado stream or something, but he starts telekinetically moving all the dead Keyblades in like a swirling stream, and starts like throwing that like flying stream of spinning Keyblades. Well, they're not spinning, like the stream is spinning, but the Keyblades are pointing straight. It's like a river of Keyblades that he's throwing at them, and like fucking Vanitas actually jumps up and like surfs on top of one of the Keyblades, and it's like firing blizzard spells and shit at them. And Xehanort makes a massive stone pillar rise, which he's standing on top of. And Ventus gets fucking like his helmet starts getting crushed in Xehanort's grasp and gets full body frozen. And Terra starts getting fucking like diced up by these Keyblades. And Aqua fires a reflect spell, which makes like a little mirror ball around someone and like protects them from the Keyblades. She's really good at reflect, by the way. It's probably her most iconic spell, which is really sad for later entries. And it's just a crazy battle. It's one of the craziest battles, and things really hit. They come to a head when Xehanort makes a ball of darkness in his hand, and he shoots it up into the sky. And the clouds start to part, and famously, the big like climax from the secret ending that everyone remembers is Aqua, who's had her helmet blown off from like an uppercut of Keyblades jabbing her in the chin. So she's unmasked. She just looks up, and it shows her looking up at the sky, and her eyes get all wide, and the murky gray of the area starts to turn into a blue glow, and then it looks up and you see the clouds are parting and reveal Kingdom Hearts looming overhead. And it's a shot of Xehanort like clenching his fist and looking up and basically being like, yeah, I'm gonna get that shit. And it's very intense. So at this point, things devolve into 3 different battles. Which again, you play this game 3 different times, once as each member of the Wayfinder trio. So you don't even know how the battles are split up until you've played each route, because they're separated from each other. So Terra fights Master Xehanort. Ventus fights Vanitas. And Vanitas reveals that as a heart of pure darkness, which should be impossible without turning into a heartless. So again, he's a unique being in the world. He has special powers, kind of like how a Princess of Heart does. And his is the unversed. His fledgling emotions, negative emotions, take the form of these monsters. And whenever they're killed, they just return to his body so he can just make them again. They're an endless hive mind, essentially, that cannot be stopped until you kill Vanitas. Meanwhile, Aqua tries to help Ven. But do you remember that mercenary I told you about, Braig?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He fought Terra to draw the darkness out of him, and then he got fucked up and he lost an eye. He's now wearing an eye patch. And his remaining eye is no longer brown, it's yellow, and his ears are a little... And I should point out that Xehanort has pointed ears and yellow eyes. So it's like the pointed ears, the yellow eyes, and the white hair are big indicators of like Xehanort, or at least of like darkness corruption. So Brig shows up to keep Aqua distracted. Aqua manages to beat him after some time, and then she moves on to Ven. However, she discovered
Ventus and Vanitas
have now merged back into one being, wielding the X-Blade as a weapon. It is Ventus's body, but he's wearing Vanitas's outfit now. His outfit is like a weird... Imagine a suit that looks like muscle fibers. And it's like black and red.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. But Ventus is wearing that now. And she tries to talk to Ventus, and turns out that's not Ventus anymore. Vanitas is in control of the heart. So he is now Ventus Vanitas. And he tries to kill her using the X-Blade. Ventus is actually still fighting Vanitas in their dive to the heart, which, as I told you, it exists in the realm of sleep. It's like astral projection. It's representative of their heart, which it always looks like stained glass imagery. Remember how I mentioned that to you?
Mm-hmm.
Ven's heart, up until now, has showed a picture of him, and then a couple pictures of like Terra and Aqua and Ericus and I think Mickey. Or maybe Mickey's not on there. I can't remember. But now it's like a half and half image where Vanitas is on the other side. And they're battling there. And things are getting intense because their battle is happening within their own heart. Aqua is trying to fight Ventus Vanitas on the outside, but again, having a lot of trouble because he has the X-Blade, the strongest weapon in the world. Noticing the X-Blade was forged, Xehanort reveals he's been making Terra attune more and more to the darkness because he wants to remake the world with a young body. So Xehanort stabs himself with No Name, his Keyblade. He removes his own heart, and he fucking fires it like a projectile at Terra. Terra dons his Keyblade armor again at the last second because he had been fighting without it for a bit. And we don't see what happens. We cut back. The pieces of his armor fall off one by one. It falls away. And we see Terra now has white hair and yellow eyes. And he just grins and he starts talking about how all hearts are born in darkness and all hearts so end. darkness is the heart's true essence, which anyone who's played Kingdom Hearts 1 know. The villain known as Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, says all of this exact stuff. And it becomes apparent now he looks like a shorter haired version of Ansem. So I'll explain that, don't worry. But it now seems he is truly possessed by Xehanort. And as he starts to leave, like a field of like energy change, like like a ceiling dome traps him. And he turns around, and the armor that fell apart has put itself back together. And you know how I told you the human is made up of the body and the heart and the soul?
Yeah.
The soul actually possessed the Keyblade armor and has become the lingering will of Terra. And again,
Ooh.
for anyone who played Kingdom Hearts 2, Lingering Will was the super duper secret boss that you fight in that game, and he's hard as fuck to fight. And nobody knew who he was. He was just some armored figure with a cape and a big ass Keyblade, and he could do crazy shit with his Keyblade that you never saw before. He could turn it into a whip. He turned it into a big like energy cannon, like a shoulder mounted laser cannon. He turned it into a fucking car and would ride around on it and bash you. And everyone was like, what the fuck is this guy? And it turns out it was never a guy. It was literally just the armor the whole time.
Wow.
Because yes, Terra's heart and body have completely succumbed under Xehanort, but his mind persists within the lingering will. And so he decides to fight Xehanort, who is in his own body. And so they fight. Meanwhile, the X-Blade is too powerful for Aqua to deal with, like I said. So Mickey, who has appeared from time to time to help the trio over the course of the game, arrives, and they 2v1 Ventus Vanitas. So he's there to pick up the slack. Meanwhile, inside of their heart, Ventus gathers his strength to deal a crippling blow to Vanitas, which cracks his inner projection of the X-Blade, which in turn cracks the real thing on the outside. So Aqua and Mickey see this chance, and they land a final blow, shattering the X-Blade. And the explosion kills Vanitas, which takes away the Unversed for good. It also once again critically damages Ven's heart, because he once again just had half of his heart blown away. Lingering Will manages to defeat Terranort, or Xehanort, whatever you want to call him, and knocks him out. And the explosion from the X-Blade like bubbles outward and is knocking people out of the Keyblade graveyard into other worlds. And it consumes Terranort's body. Terranort, Braig, Aqua, Ven, and Mickey are all knocked out of the world. Lingering Will kneels down, sort of stabs his Keyblade into the ground and keeps his hands perched atop it. Head. And he vows that he will someday set things right. Alright. Ven's heart travels to the Destiny Islands, where he encounters little Sora again. Sora's like 3 or 4 years old at this point, and he asks if he can take refuge in his heart. And Sora happily agrees. He's like, if it'll help you, sure, because Sora is a precious pure being and can do no wrong. I love him. So now, Ventus's heart resides within Sora's heart. And due to once again having a heart of pure light, he cannot become a heartless or a nobody. So his body is just comatose. It's a vegetable. Aqua and Mickey take his body to the Mysterious Tower, which is a traveling world with no fixed point. And it's where Master Yin Sid lives. Remember, this is the wizard from Fantasia.
Mm.
Right.
Donald and Goofy are there too, and they somehow will conveniently have forgotten about Aqua until about Kingdom Hearts 3, where they suddenly remember, oh yeah, we did meet her once. That's Donald and Goofy actually have some of the weakest writing in the series because of this part in particular, where they should be aware of these ancient Keyblade wielders, and they just don't remember them until Sora learns about them. Let me quick break. Do you guys have any questions? Once again, I want you to ask questions as they come up.
No, I'm just following along.
Yeah, no, I have no questions.
Okay. And are you following decently well so far? Like, am I making it too difficult to keep up, or?
No.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, Aqua takes Ven's body to the ruined land of departure. Ericus's Keyblade, the Master Defender, it's still there on the ground, and she picks it up and takes it. And after she became a Keyblade Master, he told her that in case of emergency, his Keyblade could transform the world, turning it into the ultimate labyrinth, a world of shifting rooms that mess with the minds of people inside. They transform to copy people's memories. So, like, you enter a room and it'll look like a world you've been to before. It turns all of their abilities into cards. So, like, in order to attack someone, they need to play a card.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but way
Okay.
worse. Like, okay, I'll just say this right now. This is set up for Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is a card game, but it's not a card game. If they were going to make a card game, they should have made it a fucking card game, like a Yu-Gi-Oh game. They didn't. It is a card action game, so you are still in real time swinging your Keyblade at enemies in the field, but now you also have to manage cards in the bottom left corner of the screen, and it's some of the most infuriating fucking gameplay I've ever had in Kingdom Hearts. I'm currently playing through it, and I'm trying to actually beat it for the first time, because this is the only Kingdom Hearts game I never managed to beat. It's not just it's a game I didn't bother playing, or it's a game I wasn't interested in finishing. No, this is the one where I was not able to get further in the story because of the fucking gameplay. I'm trying to rectify that, and oh boy, it's fucking infuriating. So anyway. What? Oh yeah. So she sets Ven down on this little like throne where Ericus would sit. It's not really a throne, it's just like the master's seat. And she takes the Master Defender and transforms the world and leaves Ven in a secret room called the Chamber of Waking. Excuse me. And this is the room that is specifically impossible to find. All of the other rooms shift around to make people unable to enter the Chamber of Waking. It's the ultimate safe room. And she then leaves to discover it has become Castle Oblivion, a strange world located in the realm between light and darkness. I told you there's like three main realms. There's the realm of light, the realm of darkness, and the realm of sleep. Mm-hmm. There's sort of a space in between light and dark, where a couple of like transient worlds can exist. If you ever played Kingdom Hearts 1, like sort of your main hub world that you return to, which has like all the citizenry and the shops and everything you encounter, is called Traverse Town. That actually exists in the realm between, because it's a interplanetary refuge for people who lost their homes to the Heartless. So people from both the realm of light and the realm of darkness can pop in there when they have nowhere else to go. Okay, Aqua returns to Radiant Garden, and she finds Terranort, who is in a daze. As she tries to, wake Terra up, he snaps out of it, but he snaps out of it as Xehanort. So he fights her. But between his damage from the battle with Lingering Will and his addled mind from Terra's heart offering resistance, he loses. I should point out that his fighting style has changed a bit. He no longer just fights with no name and with his like magic, but he now summons what appears to be a Heartless, like a shadow monster, behind him, but it's like literally attached to his shadow. It's like a stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You guys know what that is, right?
Yeah.
I don't, but
It's a floating being that is behind the main fighter, and it offers them assistance and like additional powers.
Cool.
And it's called the Guardian. And it has like bandages taped in an X across its mouth. And it has a really cool design and big old grabby hands. And famously, Ansem the Seeker of Darkness, the final boss from Kingdom Hearts 1, would always summon him, and he would be like, "Come Guardian," which led to jokes about him being called the Cum Guardian, C-U-M.
Rip.
Yeah. But Terranort loses, and so he's like, I'm not gonna lose to this bitch, and he tries to unlock more darkness from his heart by stabbing himself with no name again, but the strain causes him to pass out, and he starts to fall through a pool of darkness. And Aqua dives in to save him, but their combined weight is being dragged down into the realm of darkness. So in the ultimate heroic sacrifice, she gives him Stormfall, which is the upgraded version of her Keyblade Rainfell. And she gives him her armor. And she directs them both to fly back up into the realm of light, as she allows herself to fall into darkness, remarking to herself, "Then, I'm sorry. I promised I would be back to wake you up, but I might be a little longer than I expected."
Oh.
She is now trapped in the dark world, where the Heartless spawn from. They are constantly spawning around her in any given place. She cannot eat or sleep. She must constantly be on guard. It's essentially like walking through hell. And I'm going to tell you right now, she for 10 years or more.
Oh, that's a long time.
It is the most fucking traumatic and tragic thing that has happened to any Kingdom Hearts character. And some bad shit happens to these people. But Aqua easily has it the worst.
That's fucked up, man.
It's really fucking terrible, and it makes me incredibly upset and emotional. And it clearly inflicts her with serious PTSD. There's a part in Kingdom Hearts 3 where they're fighting a massive hurricane of Heartless, and in place of the shadows that are flying around in the air, she starts panicking and she starts seeing images of herself corrupted by darkness flying around. Because, yeah, again, after being in the dark for a decade, she started to become corrupted by darkness. So it leaves some scars on her, let's put it that way. Which I will describe more thoroughly in Fragmentary Passage in Kingdom Hearts 3 whenever we talk about them.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the ruler of Radiant Garden, Ansem the Wise, along with his guards, Alias and Dylan, and his scientist apprentices, Evan and Yenzo. All 5 of them pop up, and they find Terranort unconscious in the courtyard of Radiant Garden. Ansem sort of cradles him a bit, like picks his head up off the ground, asks him if he can remember his name. Amnesia has set in, and he can only remember that his name is Xehanort. Ansem takes him in, and decides to give him a home. So Terra Xehanort becomes known as Apprentice Xehanort. He lets his hair grow out a little bit longer, swaps out Terra's old clothes for a new white lab coat, and starts training to become a scientist like Ansem the Wise. Briggs shows up, very friendly and familiar with Xehanort, who doesn't remember him, and he's just like, who the fuck are you? Get off me. And Briggs is like, oh, so that's real, huh? All right, I was kind of figuring you were just like doing some bullshit, but it's cool. I'll stick around you until you remember so you can give me the next part of our plan. So, as the years pass, Ansem the Wise and his apprentices begin to study hearts, and they eventually open a mysterious door which triggers a meteor shower of gummy blocks. I told you you can make a spaceship out of these like sticky, malleable blocks.
Right.
Yeah. They're like a cosmic material, and opening some weird door wound up causing a meteor shower of gummy blocks to happen in Radiant Garden. And soon after, they're visited by Mickey, who discusses a few things with Ansem the Wise, such as other worlds, and the fact that that was actually the door to like the passage between other worlds. So they sort of broke down the barrier that keeps Radiant Garden separated from other worlds. And it's all very intriguing to Ansem the Wise. He becomes friends with Mickey, and they have a nice rapport, and they learn a lot from each other. But Xehanort starts to go far outside of Ansem the Wise's field of ethics as he studies the effects of darkness on the heart, as well as the heartless. He eventually has his memory return, and now is when he enacts the beginning steps of his second, third, and fourth plans, all at the same time. Okay, get ready. This is the part that's a lot. Okay, first, he steals Ansem's name and identity. He starts calling himself Ansem, which is why I have been extremely keen to specify Ansem Seeker of Darkness or Ansem the Wise. They're two different guys. Okay. He banishes Ansem the Wise to the realm of darkness. And at this point, he unleashes the Heartless on Radiant Garden, which causing him to take over and cause immense devastation. Now, okay, here's a part which we didn't learn until the most recent game, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, which is a rhythm game. So I spent years thinking that when the Heartless attacked, that charm, that spell that Aqua gave to Kairi, I thought it sent her immediately to the Destiny Islands. I spent a solid 10 years believing that that was the case. That before the Heartless got her, she teleported to... We just found out that's not what happened. Turns out she started to teleport, but it got co-opted and captured by Ansem Seeker of Darkness. He put her in this fucking weird machine and started remarking that he realizes she's a princess of heart. And that his theory is that a princess of heart's heart should resonate with the heart of a Keyblade wielder. And he's like, don't need any more of those out there. They cause me trouble. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you teleport to wherever you go. I think naturally your heart will gravitate towards someone who can wield a Keyblade. So I'll just follow wherever you go. And I'll know who to kill, basically. So that they can't fuck with my shit anymore. And at that point, she winds up in the ocean just off the coast of Destiny Islands, where she washes up to the shore. I mentioned, oh, did I tell you about their names yet? I did, right? How Aquaterra and Ventus mean
Oh,
water,
yeah.
wind,
Yeah.
and earth, and then Riku means mountain and sky. Again, the Kai and Kairi means sea, and in the first game, the reason that, well, the meta reason she was given that name is because she was a mysterious girl who washed in from the ocean. The mayor takes her in. She now has amnesia. She doesn't remember where she's from. And the fact that there is no known land, islands, the rest of the world is just ocean, convinces Riku that she's from another world, which reignites his lust to learn what else is out there. Because remember, along with being bequeathed by Terra, Terra said, if someday you grow up, you leave this island and you find me, you will have the strength that you protect your friends. So Riku is now super jonesing to get the fuck out of Destiny Islands. Next, Seeker of Darkness takes himself, Braig, Dylan, Evan, Alias, Ienzo, as well as Isa and Lee. You remember they're the two that met Ventus. Lee is the one that I said specifically a lot of people's favorite Kingdom Hearts character. Who, by the way, I don't think I mentioned with Lee. So his thing is that he says to be immortalized in people's memories. He has a catchphrase where he points to his own head and he's like, got it memorized. He says, like, got it memorized, or like he'll give a fact about like the reason why the sun is red or whatever, and he'll be like, got it memorized. And when Isa actually asks him, like, why do you always say that? I have to die someday, right? But if somebody remembers me, if I become such a well-known and well-liked person that there's always someone thinking of me, I'll never die. Which hurts my heart because it's extremely relatable. But yeah, so Ansem Seeker of Darkness takes himself, Braig, Dylan, Evan, Alias Ienzo, Isa, and Lee. All eight, turns them all into Heartless, which also forms nobodies of them all. And these 8 nobodies alter their names. They rearrange the letters in their names and add an X, which I also have to talk about. So this X is the recusant's sigil. Basically, if someone has access to the sigil in some way I'm not entirely sure of, being in someone's name or on someone's person, like on their clothing, can be used to track their location. So he gives all 8 of them X, so he will know where they are at all times. It's like a GPS marker, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But their names now become Zemnis, which is not based on Xehanort. It's based on the name Ansem, because again, he changed his name to Ansem. Zigbar, which is Braig. Vexen, Lexius, Zexion, Cyax, which is Isa, and Axel. Axel is the one everybody knows. Who, me? Oh, my name's Axel. Got it memorized. I love Axel. He's great. He's so fucking good. Okay, over time, these form a group called Organization 13. And Organization 13 wears the same black robes that the Masters and Lushu wore. So, if you've ever seen a group of characters with brightly colored anime hair, with weird-looking weapons, who wear black cloaks with hoods, that's Organization 13, baby. And they would later recruit more members named Luxord, Marluxia, and Larxene. And don't worry, you don't need to memorize all those names.
Okay.
I know it's a lot. Okay. Now, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. His heart is now devoid of a body. But because, again, he did it to himself willingly and he has such mastery over darkness, he does not form a heartless immediately. He is just sort of a floating heart with no body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's where we get full stupid. Okay. Okay, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and introduced time travel.
Right.
Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of introduced time travel, but it was only a single world, and it was super fun because it was based on Steamboat Willie, and it was black and white, and it was great. But no, this is like actual, like we're fucking with shit time travel now. Okay. When you are a heart without a body, if you cast off your body, you can travel through time as long as there is another you waiting on the other end of the time travel. So either a younger or an older version of yourself you have to travel to. But you can't travel as a person. You can only do it as a heart. So, do you remember back when I first started telling you about Xehanort? I said he grew up on the Destiny Islands. He was trained by the Keyblade Master. He went back to Destiny Islands at some point and was approached by some shapeless bagman. He looked like a gross burlap sack man who taught him how to time travel. Yeah, that was Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. He doesn't have a body, so he just fucking grabbed this gross brown cloak. And it's just this shapeless, shifty burlap sack man. He informs young Xehanort how to time travel by casting off his body and traveling as a heart, which is like the 3.5 plan. It's the 4th plan. It's got that set up. And the thing with Xemnas and all the rest of them, that's his 3rd plan with Organization 13. Ansem, Seeker of Darkness himself, now returns to the present and heads to Destiny Islands to enact his 2nd plan. He goes to Destiny Islands because that's where Kairi went. So he knows that a potential Keyblade wielder is there. Okay. That's all the setup for Kingdom Hearts 1. At this point.
All right. That's a funny sentence.
I told you, it's an extremely... This is like some Lord of the Rings or Star Wars level lore.
That's
all right.
This is very much Lord of the Rings level. I'm astonished. I will not be shocked if whoever came up with Kingdom Hearts, we wind up discovering, like 40 or 50 years from now, we wind up discovering a bunch of notebooks that contain like 500,000 years of history before all this.
The man who's making the story is called Tetsuya Nomura, and he is a fucking madman, and I love it. I should point out, okay, so...
Did he create any languages for this? Because I wouldn't be shocked.
No, but he is the character designer for some of the most iconic Final Fantasy characters.
Ooh. I'm just going to assume that he has created a language, and we'll find it later.
He might have, or he may still. Like, there's more Kingdom Hearts games coming out, so...
Oh, God. Okay.
Count it out. The newest world that we're aware of that we're going to be experiencing in Kingdom Hearts 4 or whatever the fuck the next one is going to be called Quadratum, which already sounds like some made up shit. So yeah. I'm like, all right. At this point, it's been about 10 years since Birth by Sleep. Sora, Riku, and Kairi are now in their teens. I think Sora and Kairi are about 13. Riku is about 14. And they are preparing a raft to sail out and find other worlds. To show, like, again, Riku is intelligent. He is intelligent and he is cool-headed, but to show how much this getting off the island has been pervading his thoughts for the past decade, fucking Sora, the dumb one, is like, how far could a raft take us? And Riku's like, I don't know, man. If we gotta, we'll think of something else while we're out there. Like, no, motherfucker, you're going out to sea. You need to be prepared. Have plans in place. Don't be on a little shitty fucking raft, all three of you. Bring more than a singular seagull egg, 3 fish, 2 coconuts, and drinking water. Because that's literally the provisions that you get in Kingdom Hearts 1 for your raft trip. I'm like, you know how long that's going to last 3 people? A day or 2. You will be starving within the week. But he's just so eager to get out there, man. He's got to fucking get out there. It's already been 10 years. He's wasted so much time. So, meanwhile, at Disney Castle, Mickey notices that stars have begun blinking out one after the other. He realizes worlds are disappearing, being consumed by the Heartless, and this must mean that some malevolent force is organizing them to effectively destroy worlds like this.
Mm-hmm.
You remember I told you Maleficent popped up in Birth by Sleep, the villain from Sleeping Beauty?
Right.
And she was told by Xehanort that if she gathered the 7 princesses of heart, that she could attain ultimate power. And she got Aurora's heart. Since then, she has also managed to capture Snow White and Cinderella, as well as Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
So she needs 3 more. And she has begun using her dark powers to influence the Heartless. So they have begun systematically attacking worlds one after the other, searching for the Princesses of Heart. Excuse me. So, Mickey leaves on a journey to find the Keyblade from the Realm of Darkness, because he knows there are 2 special Keyblades, and they will need both the Dark one and its light counterpart to put a stop to the Heartless. I told you there's a special Keyblade called the Kingdom Key, which is granted by the universe in times of dire crisis to a chosen wielder. And there is also the Kingdom Key D, which is the dark side version of it. And you need both of them to deal with this sort of crisis. It's like a nuclear thing, literally. Like, you need 2 keys.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say something and I lost it. Okay, it's fine. If it's important, I'll think of it. So, Mickey leaves instructions for Donald and Goofy to find the key bearer, and he points them to Traverse Town, which I told you is a world that has sprang up to become a refuge for people who have lost their home to the Heartless.
Mm-hmm.
And in his letter, he says a man named Leon will be able to help them. So, Sora is gathering provisions for their raft trip. He goes into the secret place, which is a little cave where there is a mysterious wooden door with no visible knob or keyhole or hinges. It's essentially just a wooden wall, but it sure looks like it's shaped like it's supposed to be a door. But they've never known what the deal with it is, so they just sort of left it there. Though, at one point when Riku was exploring, he did briefly see a keyhole shape in the door. and then it was just gone. But they mostly use this cave to draw on the walls. They like chisel little images on all the rocks. And when they were little, Sora and Kairi actually drew images of each other. It's very cute. Because the image of Kairi looks like shit because Sora is not a very good artist. The image of Sora looks fucking immaculate because Kairi is way better at art than he is. And at this point, Sora takes a moment to reflect and figuring, oh yeah, so Riku has recently begun teasing Sora because Sora very clearly has a crush on Kairi. Like, it's pretty obvious. And so Riku tosses a Palpu fruit to him at one point, and he's like, hey, you remember that legend? If two people share a Palpu fruit, their destinies are intertwined. I know you want to try it. And Sora's like, what? No, I don't. Stupid. Yeah. And there's because like they compete with each other all the time. There's a part where they're about to race, and they're originally racing over what to name the raft. And Sora's like, if I win, I'm captain. And if you win, and then Riku just goes, I get to share a Palpu with Kairi. And Sora's like, what? He's like, deal? The winner gets to share a Palpu with Kairi. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. And Kairi's just like, okay, ready, set, go. And they're like, fuck. And so like he's just like dogging Sora about the fact, like, dude, just tell Kairi you like her, basically. So like Sora's in this cave and he's like, hey, you know, we're about to sail out tomorrow. She'll never come back in here. So he actually chisels an image of himself giving her a Palpu fruit, which is basically saying like he loves her.
Okay.
However, he gets interrupted because shapeless burlap sack man pops up and starts saying some really vague and cryptic shit like, this world has been connected, tied to the darkness. And he's like, oh, so you're from another world. And he's like, there is so very much to learn. You understand so little. He's like, yeah, well, I'm going to get out there and learn what's out there. And he's like, a meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing. Which is an ignorant ass statement, by the way, because that's clearly not true. We're all born as dumbass fucking babies who don't know shit.
Yeah, not knowing things is like the starting point, and then you understand things.
Yeah, fucking Lao Tzu, a bowl is most useful when it is empty. You are actually the most prone to learning things when you have no knowledge. So, what I'm saying is, Ansem Seeker of Darkness thinks he's woke.
I guess he thought he was describing the Dunning-Kruger effect, but he kind of missed. You guys know the Dunning-Kruger effect?
I've heard of it. What is it again?
So there's kind of two ends to it. There's the smart end and the dumb end. The dumb end is what you're usually talking about. It's where you know so little that you are unable to effectively evaluate your lack of knowing things. So you come to the inescapable conclusion that you must know everything.
Yeah.
That it's like, well, I can't fathom that I don't know stuff because, you know, I know the things I know.
Yeah, it's like when you're unaware of your own lack of information, you therefore think that you know most everything that you can know, so you assume that you're smart. But
yeah, Trump is the perfect example of this, where it's like, well, my uncle, something about MIT with my uncle, and he once told me something, so yeah, I know everything about virology. You know, that it's like, well, I mean, you know, that all sounds pretty complicated, but you know, I'm a smart dude, so I'm assuming that the flu shot can cure COVID. Yes.
like when he was like, oh yeah, you know, man, woman, person, camera, TV. Nobody else can do that because I'm smart. Like, everyone can do that. You fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
and that's another that it's like I found that difficult to remember, therefore no one can do it, and I must be a special boy.
Jesus. Like,
Real quick, the high end of it is when you get so smart and so good at something that you start forgetting that it's not common sense, and that's that you usually see that in like bad teachers, and like if there's like a teacher you've ever had who's like, why don't you get this integral calculus? I don't. This is common sense, you know. If you get so good at something that you can no longer evaluate that you had to learn a lot to get to this point, that's the high end of the Dunning-Kruger. They're on both ends of the spectrum, which is kind of interesting.
Another instance of the high end of the Dunning-Kruger effect is something that I say a lot. It has to do with maybe having too much humility when it comes to your repository of knowledge. I say, if you truly believe in and love science, which I do, the one major lesson above all to take away from science is that we don't know everything, and we never will.
Yeah, is that relative to the things that could be known, we know nothing.
Right. So like it's this thing of people have pointed out that like high level scientists refuse. They will never ever say anything with 100% certainty. And it makes them
if you listen to like really good like science I listen to a lot of science YouTubers, the best ones will never just state that it's like, yeah, we know this for sure.
Yeah, they will like a lot of people read that as they're being too meek. They're not confident in themselves. And it's like it's not a lack of confidence in our value of knowledge. It is knowing that the state of reality as we know it is sort of fluid. Like everything changes when you receive new information, and things change over time regardless. Like you can't even like if you ask someone who's like mildly aware of biology and they're like, can humans fly? No, humans cannot fly, period. I say that with 100% certainty. And if you ask like a really smart science person, can humans fly? They sort of think for a second and they go, in most cases, no. I cannot say that it's impossible. And then, like again, someone less educated would be like, what the fuck do you mean? Humans can't fly. And he's like, well, there could be a fucking genetic mutation where someone has wings. We're not done evolution. Someday humans very well could fly. Hell, it could happen tomorrow for all we know. That's the thing about the universe. We just don't fucking know what's going to happen in the future.
You've got me on a science mindset, so I gotta quote like my two favorite things from Adam Savage of the Mythbusters, which are failure is always an option. That's always fun because that's like the epitome of science. That it's like whatever you're trying to do, if it fails, that's fine. And then kind of in league with that is his quote, any result's a result. It's like a catastrophic and spectacular failure is still something that you can write down. So
Yep. I love the fact that Kingdom Hearts got us talking about the nature of the universe and science.
I know it's a spectacular scientific and philosophical discussion there. And as a matter of fact, on that discussion, I think I've got like 5 minutes before I've got to bail out.
Okay,
So
I'll try to wrap
warning.
I'll try to wrap things up at a good point for us then. I just want to say, if you are considering whether or not to buy Kingdom Hearts, first of all, do it, you pussy. The all-in-one package was recently on sale for like $33. It's like 7 full games and like 3 movies. God. Yeah. For the all-in-one package, you get Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts Fragmentary Passage, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and Kingdom Hearts 3. You can play all of those, and then you can watch Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, Kingdom Hearts Coded, and Kingdom Hearts Key back cover as movies.
Wow.
So that's 10 stories, and the original price for it was $100, and they released that the day that Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, which was a full $60 purchase. So you got Kingdom Hearts 3, and everything else was just $40. And even now, like, let me look it up right now. I will tell you right now how much the all-in-one package costs. As soon as my computer stops being a fucking cock. Come on! Oh my god, why is it not switching over to my fucking internet? Go away.
Clickety, clickety, clack.
The Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package is currently it's still available for like $33.
Wow.
Yeah, it's for the PlayStation 4. If you have a PlayStation 4 and if you have $33, buy it. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. But also, I will tell you that it is a stupid and ridiculous game where Donald Duck shoots a multiverse-destroying laser, but also it deals with incredibly deep philosophical themes.
What about Donald Duck destroying a multiverse sounds ridiculous to you?
You know what? I'll just get that out of the way real quick. So there's a part in Kingdom Hearts 3 where Donald shoots a magic spell called Zeta Flare, and Final Fantasy nerds shit themselves when that happened, just in their gamer chairs covered in doo-doo, because okay, Flare in Final Fantasy is one of the highest level spells along with like Ultima. Flare in its original Japanese name is actually translated to nuke. So it is a small scale spell with the force of a nuke behind it. And you can summon multiple entities in the Final Fantasy games, and there's one multiversal constant named Bahamut. Because all the Final Fantasy games take place in like different realms, different universes, whatever. Bahamut is a dragon god, and his unlike other spells, which they're categorized by suffixes like fire, Fyra, Fyraga, Fyraza, or Fyragun, or whatever. The flare spells are categorized by computer byte terminology. So Bahamut's main attack that it does is called Mega Flare, which is like 1,000 times stronger than Flare, and it's a big fuck you laser beam. And beyond that is like Giga Flare, which I think fucking destroyed and rewrote a universe in Final Fantasy XIV Online. And Zeta Flare is something like 1,000,000 times stronger than that. And Donald Duck fired it.
I love it.
Yeah. He died afterwards, by the way.
I guess that's fair.
Okay, so Ansem, Seeker of Darkness gives Sora these vague and ominous proclamations about how ignorant Sora is, and then he vanishes. And then that night, the night before they're supposed to sail out, a giant ball of darkness appears in the sky above the Destiny Islands. Sora rushes to find Riku, who cryptically says that the door has opened. This darkness, which has brought the Heartless to this world, seems to be his ticket to other worlds, and he's eager to use the darkness to leave. He encourages Sora to come with him so that they can get out of there. Oh yeah, and a bit before this, after this, Sora finds Kairi, and she gets blasted by like dark wind, and he tries to grab her, but she sort of like phases through his body.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know what that's about, but she seems to have vanished. And okay, back with Riku. The darkness starts swirling around him and encompassing him, and he holds his hand out for Sora, and Sora tries to run to him, but the darkness sort of like tangles itself around his feet, So he's reaching out to grab Riku's hand, and he's desperate to grab Riku. And at this moment, the Kingdom Key starts to travel down from Kingdom Hearts. It originally chose Riku, who has already been bequeathed and who is really fucking smart and cool and strong and everything. He was chosen to be the Keyblade wielder. But in this moment, where Riku is happily embracing the darkness that is destroying all these worlds in the first place, and Sora is just there reaching out for his friend, it senses that maybe it wouldn't be the best to go into Riku's hand right now. So it sort of swerves at the last second and it goes out into the other hand that's reaching out. And a burst of light blasts the darkness off of Sora. Riku vanishes, and Sora is now there holding the Kingdom Key. That is where I will leave off today's episode.
Dude, that's a good ending spot. I like that.
That's a cliffhanger, man.
And it's
That
really
is
great
spectacular.
because it's a pervading theme in the series that Sora was never meant to be like the chosen one. They think he is at first. You spend most of Kingdom Hearts 1 thinking there's something special about Sora, and there's not. He's just a good person that happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Those
And
are the best kinds of stories.
it is.
Like that.
It's
Like
very,
that is peak Spider-Man.
it's very Captain America too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right,
except,
guys.
except the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, where it turned out that he was always destined to be Spider-Man because only his blood could have activated the spider powers. I like those movies, but I don't like that at all.
That was a bad piece of writing in an otherwise good series.
Andrew Garfield was actually my favorite Spider-Man, and I forgot about that fact that I strongly disliked until you did me.
Yeah, I love Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but that fucking sucked.
Yeah, he's good. He gets too much hate. The whole series gets too much hate. Those two movies.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay. Jordan,
Yeah.
you're at Jordan Blumen on fucking Twitter and everywhere, and you also have the Fandom Optimist. Go listen. We recorded another Delirious Sleepy episode yesterday morning.
It was great, and I actually made a logo. Like, it's nothing. It's just yellow text on a black starry background, kind of Star Wars-ish. But I made a logo, so it's no longer just a picture of my face. So go check out the way more appealing cover photo for the Fandom Optimists.
Oh, sounds good, man. Jay, you are at Shitposter of America on Facebook. What?
That just always cracks me up.
Oh shit.
I am at Cape Corner on Twitter because I made a Twitter.
He did the thing.
Yeah. The sleepiness is starting to catch up with me. Now that I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts anymore. Join the Cape Corner Discord. We give votes for things. I'll probably do a vote. I don't know about next week. I kind of want to do an episode on a thing, but I haven't given people a chance to vote.
I think next week would be good timing to do that thing. So I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, so maybe the week after next, we'll put a vote out there. You guys can vote what you want to be on. You can support me on Anchor. Pay me money. That's it. That's and share the episode with a friend, if nothing else, please. The more exposure this series has, the more things I can do with the series, and the higher quality and experience I can give to you guys, because I love you. You're all sweet. I'm gonna love you. Okay. Closing thoughts, gentlemen.
Science is cool.
Science rules.
Bill.
Bill Nye.
Oh, I love that show. Go watch Bill Nye.
I guess I'll end with my favorite Adam Savage quote, since I've already used a couple of them, which is, "I reject your reality and substitute my own."
That's a weird one to me because it sounds strikingly close to alternative facts.
In the modern day, it does, but in the context, it's a great quote of, Don't tell me what's possible. I think he said it when they were building a lead balloon, that it's like it shouldn't work. They made it work, and he's like, I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Oh,
make a
okay.
lead
So it's a lot
balloon?
more positive in that.
Yeah, they made a lead balloon on Mythbusters, and it's like that shouldn't be possible, but they did it.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
They also did
Well,
square wheels, and
I would-
that worked.
I would
It's-
imagine that it would just have to have a sufficient heat within the balloon to overpower the weight and the density of lead over air, because
Yeah, they wound up just using very, very thin lead, but they also did like square wheels, and so whenever they were able to do something that was just so absurd that it shouldn't work, that they were like, we've broken our perceived concept of reality here.
yeah. Okay, bye.